5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Ah. Okay, so it actually has built-in support for DualShock 3 and 4. Nice. It's a thing you can always say for Squaresoft. Their games are really damn pretty. And the music is always amazing, my god. Got just another couple of minutes before we officially go live. There we go, okay. Okay, I should have at least some control, direct control over the game and mic audio. It's bad that once we get to Shadowbringers, these characters that we're focusing on here get some really dark implications. Seriously, so damn pretty. Also, you know, dragons. This music. Alright, folks, 9 o'clock here on the East Coast, which means we are getting our show started. If you haven't been here before, I'm Dante. I'm the Inferno Gaming GM, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Actually, let me bring down the game audio just a smidge. That's overwhelming even for me. Anyway, last week we, as a community, created an 8-foot catboy who is magic, and we are going to play through the entirety of the main quest of Final Fantasy XIV, from A Realm Reborn up through Shadowbringers, and on to Endwalker when it drops later this year. Before we get started tonight, if you look down below the screen here, it's the same for YouTube when this is posted up there, you'll find links to our Inferno Gaming Patreon and to our PayPal, where you can tip your DM. You don't have to do it. I do this because it's fun. I'm not looking to make fat bank, but it would help enormously with just some of the heavy lifting here at the channel for equipment, games to stream, books to review, and when conventions resume after, the plague is over, being able to resume the charity games that have been very well received and raise quite a bit of money for animal shelters. Yeah, and before we get started, just shout out to our current Patreon backers: Eddie the Weather Fox, Piper, Ambient, and Blithwolf. Y'all are amazing. I love you, and there is more exclusive content coming. Anyway, last week when we streamed, for what I realized a little bit ago, for whatever reason, it didn't actually play the game's opening cinematic, which, gives you a look at, hey, here's what's going on when we start out. So we're going to kick back to that for just a minute and just check out the absolutely gorgeous opening movie, and we'll get right back to our 8-foot catboy. Folks in the chat, speak up, let me know how the audio's sounding, and just talk to me.
A vibrant planet.
Yeah, say whatever you're going to say about Square. Their games are always damn pretty.
Mid-Azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents. There lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age.
This little bit here is actually from the original version of this game before they had to burn it to the ground and start from scratch.
All have proven ephemeral.
I have to say, I respect the hell out of Square turning their, we completely fucked this game up, so we're going to need to burn it down and start from scratch into an actual in-game event to actually make it part of the canon, instead of just hitting reboot and not saying anything.
Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field.
And just as a longtime Final Fantasy fan, it's great to see just little visual Easter eggs here. The classic Black Mage outfits, the Magitech armor from Final Fantasy VI.
From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm.
Everyone keeps thinking that they can weaponize dragons and it'll end well for them.
The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end.
It's seriously just damn pretty.
5 years have come and gone.
Sorry about that, my sinuses are still going wacky.
The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the
My
calamity's ruin.
God, this thing is pretty.
The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on.
And chocobos!
Spurred by the promise of peace
Quack,
and
quack.
prosperity.
Quack, quack.
Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea.
That's us, that's our
One
8-foot
whose
cat boy.
tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
Pretty, wasn't it? Alright, let's get started. While we're getting logged in here, also a update. We are now officially a Twitch affiliate, which means that we can take bits and we can take subscriptions. So, hey, if you want to help the channel out in that way, be a huge thing. Bits, tip a coin across the river Styx here in the Inferno. Alright, Jerimiah Artilius. And of course, there's people in the queue. So we'll have to wait for a minute and just chat it up. Our boy Jerimiah here, he is a conjurer, so he is primarily a healer. But the way Final Fantasy XIV is kind of structured as a game even most of the healer classes have some pretty decent damage per strike, so it's somewhat feasible to be able to just solo the game as a healer and not have an absolutely miserable experience. Which, as someone who has been playing MMOs since Ultima Online, as someone who was there for the assassination of Lord British, that's kind of mind-blowing in terms of gameplay. Loading. Loading. Our little Moogle postman there. Post Moogle? Are Moogles gendered? Oh my god. Has this ever been answered? Chat, it's those of you who are also Final Fantasy nerds. Have Moogles ever actually been gendered? Alrighty. Alright, we're out and about. Back in Grandia. And we were heading for the Adventurers League so we can pick up the next main quest. Main story quest. To the Bannock. Bjorn wishes to send an adventurer to the instructor at the Bannock. Jeremiah, have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It's a training ground just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfrid, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The Twelveswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. But you're totally gonna send me out there. Okay, yeah, there's a Big Puppy Stewart and Eorzea is a conflict. Moogle is beyond gender. Moogle is like unto gods, but also they've got at least two kings in Final Fantasy XIV, so they have some concept of gender, unless king is a gender title to them. Could be a cultural thing. Oh, I didn't know that was the Blue Badger Gate. Shout out to our badgers in the audience. Alright, check the map. Where are we going? Alright, right now we are a level 8 Conjurer. One of the things we're working on is steadily building to level 25. So Jerimiah can register a free company and we can get an official Inferno Gaming free company going. The Infernal Legion. If you look below the video here, you'll also see a link to our Discord server where the chat for the Infernal Legion is already there, and we are already talking. So, hit that up, start chatting, start learning people, meeting people. We're a fun bunch. Greetings, Jeremiah Telius. Mjoln sent word to expect you. My name is Galfrid, and I'm responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The Twelveswood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. And a great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Twelveswood is ailing, its once rich variety of fading memory. For citizens of Grenania, this restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it's my hope that adventurers such as you will offer aid to them in their struggle. Listen to the request and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Jeremiah Artelius. Okay, see, and we're going to let's get something that we can actually equip. That altered leather thigh boots. It doesn't look like it's going to do anything for us for stats, so we'll take the money. Alright, passing muster. Galrid, Chief Instructor at the Bannock wishes to inspect your equipment, thereby gauge your readiness for future missions. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Jeremiah. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, many of the 12-foot creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be of sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or above before returning to speak with Galfred. Oh, we already got that. So, ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back straight. Yes, I think you passed muster. You would be surprised how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, Jeremiah. Okay, we get anything good from him? Bone harpoon, maple shortbow, and maple wand. And again, it's no different for our stats, so we are again going to take the money. And we level up. Ah, Jeremiah, by your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. Lady, we've had like 2 conversations in the last 5 minutes. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the Swellswood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Chasing Shadows. Galfred needs an adventurer to investigate suspicious activity in the Twellswood. Galfred already strikes me as the paranoid type. That's not just me, right? They're getting kind of a weird vibe off this lady. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twellswood. And you may also be aware that Ixali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sightings of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry, Jeremiah. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light soon upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifeman's Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. Lifeman's Stump. Wow, we are really stretching with these names. And let's pick up a couple of side quests while we're over here. Splitting Shells. Morlin, a serpent in the Bannock, is seeking a volunteer to gather materials and training of recruits. Ho there, adventurer! If it is work you seek, then look no further. Instructor Marsteele needs a volunteer to bring him some bog Yarzon shells for the recruits to practice on. You'll find the Yarzons in the river south of here. Once you pry their carapaces from the 4 creatures, take them to the instructor. And idle initiatives. Subik Hamazom, a soldier at the Bannock, wants you to track down some initiates that failed to appear for training. Ah, perfect timing. I was just looking for a likely lad to track down some Twin Adder initiates. 3 of our newest recruits have failed to report for training, exhausted from a month of solid drills, I expect. Considering their current physical state, I rather doubt that they've wandered far. Oh, gods, please don't mention wild beasts or blood. They're fine, I'm certain of it. Seek out my wayward troops and tell them to report back to me on the double. Okay, we're gonna kill some crab monsters and find some gold brickers. What up? Alright, that's one. We gotta kill 4 of these things. So, chat, how y'all doing tonight? Anyone do anything interesting this weekend? I, for my part, have had a low-grade panic attack for the day due to the fact that apparently 3 of my GM notebooks went missing in our move here, one of which I really, really need. So I'm having to reconstruct a lot of notes from memory. And today went out to park and recorded a previously on segment for the werewolf campaign that will soon be returning to the channel. Yeah, Tingo, I know the kind of hours you work and the work you do. You need the time. You need the off day desperately. Why, yes, Dingo, the U-Haul actually does get mentioned in the recap. Yeah, for folks who haven't seen that campaign, such a soothing sound. One day I shall build my home by the river. What? You say the sergeant's looking for me? How long have I been here? What bell is it now? Stand aside, I must make haste. Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with the ongoing werewolf campaign that unfortunately has been dormant for a while on this channel, one of our players knows the game inside and out and built something that has been steadily one-shotting every big bad I've thrown at them. So then I created something that was specifically designed so that he couldn't just one-shot the fucking thing. The pack set it on fire, ran it over with a U-Haul, backed the U-Haul up over it, shot it, and then punched it in the face. Just a few more minutes, Mother. Huh? Sergeant Catherham, after dropping, so I must be late for training. Alright, where's our last one? Come on. Oh, there's one more, y'all. Oh, go ahead and turn this quest in at least. Have you come to train? No, but here's your weird-ass shells. Not a new recruit. Then what? Ah, the Eorzea shells I ordinarily in the requisition. I see he's learned to delegate authority, if nothing else. Now that I have these carapaces, I can set my recruits some specialized drills. They're already adept at hitting a target, of course. They need practical knowledge of exactly where a monster like a Eorzea is most vulnerable. Thanks to your efforts, I have no doubt they will fare better against the creatures when called upon. You should be proud of yourself. Both they and the Bannock are safer for your help. Let's see, what do I want? The tree toad legs or the braised pipia? Yeah, we'll take the tree toad legs. Yeah, for people that aren't familiar with this game, food items, among other things, grant some small bonuses in health or speed that you can cast spells at, and they give you a slight boost in XP that you earn for about a half hour or so. I generally save my food items until raids and dungeons just because there's a lot of XP already being thrown around, and being able to toss a percentage on top of that, nice. Can you not see I am attempting to become at one with nature? Leave me be, good sir. Sergeant Kazuma sent you. Matron's teats. I better get back before she makes her boot one with my backside. Did he just say matron's teats? What? Thank you, Jeremiah. All the initiates are now present and accounted for. It's always the same, you know. A handful of recruits invariably lose focus on a short while after being assigned to their new unit. First rush of tension and excitement wears off, and the strain from the constant drill starts to show. Reprimanding them isn't always the best solution, though. I've made the morale to think about, after all. Still, I might give them a quick blast for good measure. What can I say? This is one battle I'm not afraid to fight. Okay, now let's get back on with our main quest stuff. As we are investigating the Life Mend stump. Oh, there's something else on my hunting list. That's a big fucking mosquito is what that is. Let's see, since it's on my hunting log, I'd probably kill 2 or 3 or 4 of these things. Yeah, one of the gameplay mechanics here, you have a hunting log specific to your character class that you get a little XP bonus for finishing it up. And later on in the game, you can sign on to the Grand Hunts, which are big motherfucker monsters that are worth a fat ton of XP and gold. A little bit of an annoyance to try and track some of these things down, but definitely worth the time. Yep, there we go. Another part of that filled. Okay, yeah. Big pub, yeah, Stuart. Yeah, he said that, but I'm like, is that a thing people say or have said, like, ever? Is that like some old English thing that goes like Shakespearean or something? Oh, rainbow! Okay, I'm slightly suspicious about the things not attacking me. And there's somebody already here. Okay, that's another player. Examining a magicked blade. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles can only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering this call of duty. No. Level sync is in effect, and thankfully I'm at that level already, so I don't have to deal with the nonsense of, hey, all my shit's gone. Okay, so we're totally gonna pull the sword out of the stump here, right?
Look, someone's already here. Oh dear, is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea.
And you
It takes a lot less than that to incite the green wrath, you know. Why, the first time we came to the 12's Wood, we almost ended up as a stranger dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place.
No, not
it was
this
all
one.
Papa Limo's
Not
fault,
even
of course.
close.
Though, you know him, Kuplo Kop?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
Lady, why are you wearing a leather blindfold?
How are the readings?
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that. Kuplo Kop seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
Again, there's a sword and a stump. Y'all are going to have to explain to me why it's a big deal.
Ever since the calamity, the forest's been really sensitive.
There we go.
The slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
Oh, that's never good. Okay, okay, we're gonna fight some ents.
It seems we have little choice.
That's some big-ass brass knuckles. Yeah, Treebeard's pissed at me now. Let's say, and this is why, especially if you're playing a healer, you party up, just because of the fact that you're not going to do a whole lot of damage on your. You've got decent striking power, but it's still not great. You need someone, an actual DPS class with you. Oh, we're gonna start some more shit here. Are those onions? Am I being attacked by onions? Frenzied oaks. Like, how do you get a tree to frenzy? How is that something? How does that even work? And there's more of them. Jesus. Where are these assholes coming from? Yeah, it's the worst Arbor Day ever. Alright folks, while I am continuing to be attacked by trees, just a reminder, we are able to take subscriptions now. I've already got an artist lined up for some subscriber exclusive emotes. I'm just waiting for the stimulus check to arrive so I can actually pay them and the work can start. But, like I said, we can take subscriptions now. They're always appreciated. That was a tree. With a blue rock in it, apparently. Oh, blue rock of the forest. Nope, cutscene time. Magic, I ain't gotta explain shit.
Hear, feel, think.
Okay, was one of those trees like pollinating peyote or some shit? Okay, that can't be good. That looks like an apocalypse. We are a very concerned looking catboy.
Crystal bearer.
I just picked up a rock. Weird hallucinogenic magic lady.
I am Heidelin, all made one.
What?
A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life.
I say, yeah, Dingo, I don't think those were onions. I think those might have been shrooms.
Deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Ah, yeah, we had an upskirt shot. Fan service delivered. Now, next question is, who is the furry on staff at Square?
By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Okay. I say, yeah, Stuart, as I kind of assume that mages are just high at all
And
times.
shine thy light on all creation.
That's that all mages are just tripping balls at all times. Again with the Moogle.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
And what have we here?
Dead lizard bird.
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain. That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders. This is Papalimo. We found the
How are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixaly
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's
Have they got
cooperation
magic
in the matter.
radios?
Ida? Oh, loud, tactless.
Giant
Much the same
crystals?
as always.
Can't say I've seen any. Are you sure you're feeling better?
Lady, I don't know what you've seen. Again, leather blindfold.
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
Y'all still hadn't told me who the fuck you are.
I think that sword might be a clue. You should definitely pull it out and take it back to the Bannock. You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Hey, Stuart, thanks for the subscription.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless you don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Okay, so they're fucking, right? Okay, let's pull out the random-ass magic sword. Oh, it's raining. Something I legit love with this setting is the... I'm not sure if they're random or if they're pre-scripted, but there are actual ongoing weather patterns in all the areas, and I just find that super cool. And the fact for everyone else who's playing in this area right now, it's raining for them too, and that's... Like I said last week, my first video games were on an Atari 2600. The fact that this is what video games are now, it still kind of blows my mind some days. Jeremiah, it's good to see you back. One of our patrols sent word that you've been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I'm relieved that you would find you none the worse for the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover at Lifeman's Stump? Well, here's the magic sword thingy that I pulled out. A sword and a stump and a dead Ixal. I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It's of a kind used exclusively in the Beastmen's rituals. Ixali rarely set foot in the central shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. What? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles. So you have finally been acquainted with Yida and Papalemo. Lay your suspicions at rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land and have been with us since before the calamity. The guard may have appeared outlandish, and their exchanges baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the gods' quiver and the wood whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Jeremiah. Although our unknown visitor still eludes us, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. I say, yeah, there was a sword and I got stoned. Am I the king now? Okay, good. I can take on my next job quest now. But since we're here, we'll go ahead and take the main quest. Jeremiah, injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigo population as necessary to acquire 3 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you'll deliver them to Mogren at Gilbert's Spire. He'll answer any queries you might have. Now, I have other business to attend to. Get the thing, deliver the... Get the thing, deliver the thing. Y'all, I had psychic contact with a god. Can we talk about that? Alright, I'll go kill some big-ass mosquitoes. Jesus, you think we're in Florida. Nope, it's not my appropriate target, but I do need to kill a couple of these guys for my hunting list, so we'll go ahead and do that while we're here. Yes, they're harmless water sprites. They ain't done shit to me, but they're on my list. Let's see, gonna kill another big ass mosquito. Yeah, Stuart, just so you know, there was a sword and I got stoned. Am I the king now? Is almost certainly going to be the episode title when this goes up on YouTube. Actually, yeah, Dingo, can you do me a favor? Write that down so that I don't forget it when I'm uploading this tomorrow. That would... I'm easily amused. We all know this. I've never pretended that I'm not. Oh, you must be the adventurer standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that. Okay, here's your big mosquito egg sac things. Seems to have you had a little trouble gathering the egg sacs in their stead. Excellent work. I shall have them sent over to the Trappers League immediately. Lest you wonder, these egg sacs are not destined for the dinner table. Members of the Twin Adder and Wood Whalers are assisting in the league by collecting samples they need to check for signs of sickness. The Chigo, you see, is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as creeping death. Until relatively recently, any higher who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Hiram population of Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With the medicines available to us now, the creeping death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it's best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Jigo eggs on the regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Their timely assistance is most appreciated. And another level up. Surveying the damage. A guard at Gilbert Spire named Morrigan needs you to recover the surveying equipment left behind in a cave by a startled recruit. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition only for the craven to turn tail and run at the first sign of danger. This is not how we treat requests from the conjurers. And as if such a poor showing wasn't bad enough, the lily-livered half-wit left behind the surveying equipment provided by here Pauline herself. While I attempt to instill some backbone in a so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to the healer Pauline at Governor's Bower? According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of a cave to the south of here. No wonder the damn fool didn't lose his boots. Matron, watch over you. Okay, now, to be fair, dude, there's some weird shit in these woods. If the dude got freaked out, I ain't gonna dog him that much. Again, we can revisit the fact that I was attacked by fucking trees. And onions. Let's not forget the killer onions. Bum ba bum bum bum. Wait, the onion... Stuart, the onions had boobs? Did I somehow miss the fact that the onions had boobs? Or did I just block that out? Okay, you gonna start some shit. Now, I was content to just come in here, pick up the gear, and leave. You're the one that started the fight, asshole. Fucking really? Alright, come on, prick, you too. Fucking spider crab looking motherfucker. Alright, got the surveyor's instruments. Yeah, might as well go ahead and kill this asshole because I know he's gonna jump me. Yes, Stuart, the entire forest is high. I mean, Gridania is an elf homeland, and I kind of assume all elves are high by default. I mean, pipeweed's a hell of a drug. You guys, I really didn't come here looking for a fight. Y'all are the ones that they're designed to start shit. Another one dead. And there's our survey records. Oh good, I should be able to get out through here instead of having to backtrack. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, come on, asshole. Pull off one of those legs and shove it up your ass. Yeah, I've decided that Jerimiah is the physical embodiment of, I'm a healer, but... Christ, what is this, a nest? Oh, the in-between spells, I just whack it with a stick. Alright, we done here? Anyone else want some? Yes, may I assist you with some matter? Okay, here's all your shit that I picked up. Oh, but this is the equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Led at the first sign of danger, you see. I see. Well, all's not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officers saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on past knowledge as the Twelves would. If we are to survive in these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with the surroundings, that we may better discuss the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Alright, you got any good gear for me? Okay, yes, actually. A nice hempen cowl. Ooh, hemp. Wonder how many people in the chat are old enough to remember when it's hemp, man, was a thing. Oh, cool, we got a hood. Alright, let's pick up some quests while we're here. Gabino at Gabino's Bower is looking for an adventurer to deal with a parasite fungonar infestation. Gods damn you, mushroom-headed, spindly-legged, spore-spewing abominations! Suck the life out of my precious trees, will you? Damn you to the seven! Oh, thank the matron, you look like just the sort to help me deal with this nightmare. My poor trees I have tended since they were scarcely saplings, I might add, have been infested with parasite fungonars. If I let those pests have their way, my babies will be naught but deadwood before the week's out. Smear a little of this amber unguent on an infested tree, and the horrid creatures will drop clean off, allowing you to administer adventurer-style vengeance. Did you hear that, you malignant toadstool? Your end is nigh. You'll rule the day, you... My apologies. The wrath was upon me. Fear not, I am now quite calm. So the fungonars, bastards that they are, have attached themselves to 3 trees. Once you've ground those treacherous mushrooms into a pulp beneath your righteous boots, come back and tell me exactly how it felt. Bro, you probably need to talk to a professional. Like, you got problems. A soldier's breakfast. Yes, please. Pauline at Gabinow's Bower needs an adventurer to cull the growing anole population, as well as gather one of the Scalesian's eggs. I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked anole attacks. Truly, the beasts have been more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era, you see, forcing packs of the scale skin to come down from the mountains in search of food. If you could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt and also serve as a warning to anoles who remain within their territory. But I'm afraid you must do something more to thin the existing population. If we are to truly break this spiraling growth, they must also target their future offspring. Bring me one of their eggs, and you will play a part in returning the balance to this area of the forest. Okay, so I'm going out to kill mushrooms and lizards. Got it. And oh, hey, something else for my hunting log. Microchew. Microchew? Microchew? Sounds like a fucking Pokemon. It took on some poison, so good time as any to test out this Asuna. Groovy. Smear this stuff on the tree. And kill the mushroom that pops out. Alright, next. Smear this on another tree. kill another mushroom. That one's down. And the third decaying tree, and then we can get on with the main quest stuff. Okay, and that one's dead too. Groovy. Okay, let's check out this other thing we're supposed to be dealing with. Killing some anoles and bring back an egg. And let's kill some microchews while we're here. Fill in that list. Piece of the hunting log field. And level up. Oh, and we learned to raise the dead. Fantastic. Because that's the power I should have. Sup, I'm now literally a god. One. A 2. A 3. A 3. Alright, there's another one down. Wondering if the character designer has ever actually seen an anole, because these are way bigger than an anole. Anole are like little ass geckos. Okay, now where am I supposed to get an egg? Okay, good. Okay, there's an anole egg. And y'all are gonna make me kill you all in the before getting it, aren't ya? Alright, fine. Make with the murder. Oh, all three of y'all getting your shit up. Really hoping I get AoE or 2 skill soon, because killing these guys one at a time is the frickin' birds, man. Hey, yeah, Tezcat, hey, if you're, thinking about trying the game again, if you, one, there's a really great free trial going on right now. The game is free up to, I believe, level 60. It's the entire base game and the first expansion, Heavensward, which is amazing. And, only restrictions on that, you can't join a free company, and you can't use the auction board, during your trial period until you have a paid account. Uh, and if you make your character on Goblin server, we are forming a free company. So, pick up the game and join the Infernal Legion. Actually, I think the complete package for the games, if you're willing to pay out without going to the trial, I believe that the base game and all of the expansions are available on Steam this weekend for a rather substantial discount. It's something like a 50% discount. Okay, let's turn in our quest. Well, did you take care of my fungi infestation? Yes, at last I can enjoy a restful night's sleep. I must say, I'm glad to meet an adventurer of such talents. Just look at you in all your fungus-spattered glory. You have my thanks. No, seriously, dude, you need to talk to a professional. You got something wrong with your head. But hey, you're also giving me some good gloves, so Godspeed, crazy gardener grandpa. Alright, Pauline? Ah, you've returned. Now, might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed? You have my thanks. As for the egg, may I ask you to deliver to Suba Kazman at the Bannock? I know eggs are both large and filled with nutrients, a perfect meal for a soldier. She'll be more than pleased to see you, I should imagine. Yeah, I'll do that, but hey, let's see what crazy gardener grandpa's got going. Soil despoilers, oh Jesus. Gabino, of Gabino's Bower fame, needs a reliable adventurer to cull the ever-increasing microchew population. Well, I wish I'd taken that quest before I killed a bunch of microchews. Ah, it's you, Jerimiah. After the thrashing you gave those infernal fungonars, I do believe you might be the very person to solve another problem of mine. Microchews. These vile little beasts draw their sustenance directly from the soil. Ordinarily, the forest would only be too happy to provide, but these days there are just too bloody many of them. So many, in fact, that they're leaching every last nutrient from the ground. You think this soil was put there just for you and your microchew mates? I should go over there and, well, I'm not rightly sure what it is I should do, but someone should certainly do something, and soon. But before I apologize. The rage, you see, it takes over, and there's naught but one can fume and sputter. If you could see your way to exterminating 8 or so of the soil despoilers, you'll have my eternal gratitude. Once you've taken care of the microchews, I'd be grateful if you would report to Edifrith. You'll find him just outside. I hear the degradation of the soil has been much a source of consternation to him, as it is to me, and I'm certain he'd appreciate knowing the problem's been solved. Yeah, Tezcat, we're getting ready for the release of a new expansion supposedly in the fall, but this is Square, so I'm assuming it'll come out at least 3 months after whatever they announce the release date to be. So right now with these last couple of patches for Shadowbringers, all the classes seem to be getting some, little bit of spit and polish. And for anyone else who's thinking about picking up Final Fantasy XIV, put it this way: I've been playing Final Fantasy since the first year it was out on the NES in the US. This is the most I have enjoyed a Final Fantasy since the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I'm just the magic danger gardener, aren't I? Jerimiah the magic gardener smokes by the sea. Watch, that's gonna get me a copyright strike. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more of these guys. There we go. Alright, let's go turn these two quests in and see where we go from here. Well, we do have to get on with our next job quest. You say you've slain a good number of those microchews. Well, that is a welcome piece of news. I was afraid old Gabino would take axe in hand and try to hack apart the pest himself. Perhaps now a troubled mind might know some peace. You have my thanks. Okay, so I'm not the only one that realizes your boss is crazy. Good. And a hempen sash. Yes, we'll continue to take some better gear. Running through the forest with my M16. Who goes there? Oh, Jeremiah, it's you. Another delivery. Okay, Lee, how did the 8-foot cat guy sneak up on you? He doesn't exactly blend. Not certain I should be the one to... By Norfolk, that's in a no-leg. The troops will be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. You say here Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear gnolls are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Jeremiah. Okay, are you actually giving out any gear that I can use? Okay, good, finally, a better wand. Still eagerly awaiting being able to get a full staff for our boy here, just because I hate the single-handed wand and shield look. But it's a legacy from 1.0 that they were never able to quite get rid of, evidently. Jeremiah, thanks to God you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands. I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out? Spirit hold broken. Galfred, chief instructor at the Bannock, will entrust you with the task of investigating Spirit Hold. That's appropriately dramatic. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the force, a hearer ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hearer and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true, a shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best equipment to provide support, but I sent them to repel an Ixali incursion in the West Shroud near Belago. The timing of these events cannot be mere coincidence. I fear the Ixal may have caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. What rite? You probably should have told me about this, dude. They must not be allowed to succeed, and so I bid you go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please say you'll help us. I knew you would not let me down. You will have all the support I can muster. Now, we are racing against time, so you best make haste. Yes, I will go find the weird lizard birdmen and drop large rocks on them. But evidently, that's what I do. Jumping is another thing that turns my head in this game. Only in 1.0 in the original version of this game for Square copped to just how badly they had fucked it up and nuked it and started from scratch. An interviewer, I think they were from Rock Paper Shotgun, asked the previous producer of this game why it didn't have a jump function, and he was just completely baffled as to why anyone would want to jump in the game. Like, he honest to God did not understand what the point of the question was. Who goes there? An adventurer, is it? Here at Instructor Galfred's request, you say. Thank the matron. Most of his party have been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Please find them and see them out of harm's way. Okay, someone just, I guess he kited a imp or something out here. Alright, something else on my hunting list. Go ahead and kill this while I got a minute. I'm throwing rocks at flies. I'm not sure how this works, but it's working. But it's evidently working. Alright, let's get it on. A great shadow towering over me. What in 12's good grace? An adventurer, please, you must save the hero. There's another one that been knocked on his ass. Galfred sent you. I am no longer of use here. Pray, help the hero in my stead. Y'all ain't all that good at y'all's jobs, are you? Okay, let's go ahead and kill these assholes before they start shit on their own. Sup? I bring rocks and wind. Eat it. Alright, you want some? Alright. Alright, you can have some, bro. Alright, that one's dead. Away, vile fiend! Away, I say! I defy you! I defy you! Oh, an adventurer. We were ambushed. Ambushed in the midst of a ritual, and then... And I'm not sure what happened. It's real helpful there, bro. You were sent to help. I fear you're too late. The ritual's failed. I must needs return to Gridania. The Seedsters must know of this. Bleh. Okay, got to kill both. Oh, can I get him from here? Yeah. That thing was no elemental, but a being born of darkness. The hero languishes alone in the depths. You must help him. Okay, still gonna have to kill you two. As I know if I try to walk by here, you're gonna start shit. You just fall over already, asshole? There we go. Alright, looks like we got a big fight coming. Stupid sinuses. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. What the hell is it with guys in black robes being ex-theater kids? Alright. Boss fight. Well, if the mage that I was sent here to help out is just gonna fucking sit there while I fight this thing. Thanks, lady. Okay, see, he's got good AoEs. I really, really need an AoE. Yeah, Forge Holy is one of my favorite, just destroy everything spells in the entire franchise. That golem could be vanquished. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. Fucking black hooded motherfuckers always being fucking theater kids. Hey, good old show. Damnation, he's eluded us yet again. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Rock monster. Okay, I'm having visions. Whatever you... Shh, more birds. That makes it how many times today? 7? The movements are beyond our fathoming. Do you think maybe they're trying to summon their primal? I hope not, for all our sakes. We must be prepared for the worst. With it, same as befallen the Emerald Moss. As we fear, Dalmud's anomaly is affecting life in Wellswood. You mean the disturbance in the etheric flow? The very same. The Garleans have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they've created is plunging the land into chaos, just as Louis Soif forewarned. No wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there is still hope for the land. We must hold fast that hope and find it to the very last. Agreed. Okay, the leather blindfold with a toothy grin is just creeping me out. Why? Ah, stupid things. These stupid things happen to be the very latest in Shyllian innovation. Show some respect. They're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already, 5 years is the heartbeat in the life of the planet. Suppose you're right. Now that I think about it, the Twelveswoods barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still had the same old problems. I, along with some new ones, just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and invite Rama, didn't they? Do you ever think about those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do. And in 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. Ah. Yida, look. Hmm? Golly. And this is what exactly? Yet another disturbance in the ether. Freshly manifested at that. Seems to be emanating from the Lifemen's stump. We must hurry. Okay, so I'm having trippy visions. About people that I don't fucking know. Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. No, I am apparently tripping balls. The good news is that the hero is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. Bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget that Twelveswood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground where the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians sent a hero to offer the place back to the elementals by way of the right of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude, as he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul can't be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight, and the very last thing the Gridanians can afford to do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the Twelveswood's elemental guardians. But you've more than done your part. We'll see the hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Ailston. Where are my manners? I am Papalemo, and the tactless woman beside me here is Ida. Papalemo and I are surveying the Twelveswood together. Pleased to meet you. Ida, give me a hand, would you? Okay, so she's like Manic Pixie Dream Girl, but she punches the shit out of people. Wait, there's something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. That panic Pixie Dream Girl. I like that. Hey. Y'all gonna make me kill you all coming out of here too, ain't ya? Is it technically a level grind when they come to you? Okay, dude, came out of the dungeon after me, just murdering everything in his path, but hey, saving me time. All this happened in time to Spirit Hole. Well, preserve us. Who is that masked mage? And by what dark ambitions he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find answers on my own. I must needs discuss this with Galfred. The matter wants a full investigation by any judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer. For this you have my deepest gratitude. Pray return to Gridania and seek out Mignon. I understand she wishes to thank you for your efforts on her behalf. Okay, we are not running all the way back to Gridania, so... Teleport, bitches! Ugh, antibiotics need to take care of the sinus thing. It's getting annoying. Alright, let's see. Am I high enough level to start keeping the Choco Keep? Don't tell me this is your first visit to this stop. I shall update my register with your name so you may access this location in the future. No, I don't need a Chocobo Porter right now, but it's good to have the option. The Chocobo Porter, basically, I can hire a Chocobo, basically it's a cab, to run me to another town. Big yellow bird cab. Welcome back, Jerimiah. Little Bud tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern if there ever was one. It's only a shame I must ask you not to tell it, for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? Until the heroes have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Arianato whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. For the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune, guild levies. Guild levies are records of various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manner of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gratant is our guild levy official, or leave meet, here at the Calling Canopy. I have spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he's eager to make your acquaintance. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It's truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend that you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if the recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings, however. I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we were talking about you, Jerimiah. You have made Mother proud. I expect great things from you, young man. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. The recommendations list can be opened from under duty in the main menu, and will also be displayed automatically when you log in. If you find yourself unsure of what to do next, this tool makes it simple to locate activities suitable for your present class and level. Welcome to the Calling Canopy, a place of respite for adventurers such as yourself. You might imagine the Swells was scarcely begun to recover. Wait, did she just repeat her first dialogue in the game? Okay, that was weird. Okay, we're gonna go take care of our job quest and see what time it is when we wrap that up. As like any good adventurer, we are on a quest for unlimited power! Stuart, I can't help but think, how do chocobos taste? Yeah, I've always assumed it was basically chicken. I swear to God, at least one game has actually had a joke about Kentucky Fried Chocobo, but I cannot think of which one it was. Trial by Wind. Brother Isumiyan wants you to learn about the element of wind. Greetings, Jeremiah. Each time we meet, the pot of Condor benefits you more ever better. In your previous lesson, you learned about the element of earth. It is my desire that you next become acquainted with the wind. Travel to Fullflower Combe in the East Shroud. Seek the teachings of Hero Wolfrey. Though scant few years have passed since her coming of age, Wolfrey is a conjurer of consummate skill who is able to divine the will of air elementals with uncommon clarity. I can recommend no better tutor for your lessons in the mysteries of wind. Okay. Is it me, or are basically all of the various guild leaders kind of pompous? Oh yeah, no, Dingo, I can keep track in-game time, just the upper right corner of the screen. Actually, I think the only MMO I've seen that does this helpfully lets you know what time it is. Okay, let's check the map, see where the exit to the East Shroud is. Okay, oh, there we go. It's over by... Oh, by the Lancers Guild. Okay. Hop the Aethernet there. Whoops. Didn't mean to go there. Yeah, Forge, I keep trying to get into SWTOR, and I keep losing interest before I've really finished that first quest or two, job quest or two. And it's weird because I normally adore BioWare games and would do damn near anything at this point for a proper KOTOR 3. Okay, which way am I going to get out of here? Okay, apparently it's down there. Yeah, you can't talk to these guys apparently. Let's say, am I supposed to take a boat to East Shroud? Okay, that's not where I need to go, so that's a no. Ford saying that EA took the soul out of SWTOR. My question is, it was started as an EA production. Did it have a soul in the first place? Seriously, where's the fucking exit to the Shroud? It's supposedly up here. Trial by wind. Okay, I think I get what it wants me to do now. Okay, it wants me to head out through the central shroud, where I've been going out, and then take that to the east shroud. Oh yeah, Forge. It was made at the end of Good BioWare before EA successfully ran off all their writers. Though I'm not gonna lie, I am cautiously optimistic about the new Mass Effect and Dragon Age 4. It sounds like EA's finally learned their goddamn lesson, at least for the moment. Until some new NBA jackass takes over. I'm not bitter. But seriously, I think I may actually be the only person on this planet that hates Bobby Kotick more than Jim Sterling does. Also, just enjoying the fact that our anthro characters in this game have tails. Fuck you, Fuck you, Blizzard. You couldn't even animate tails on your werewolves. Oh, good lord, I need a mount so badly. As sprint can only do so much. Okay, yeah, Dingo, statement that needs context. Bobby Kotick, formerly of EA, currently of Activision, is possibly, I think it's got to be still got to be officially confirmed, the highest paid CEO in gaming, and is the biggest douchebag. This is the guy that openly, when he was at EA, openly said that he was quote, trying to take the fun out of this and make the working experience for him as miserable as humanly possible. Has actively encouraged the game industry's worst impulses. And is a Christ. I don't think he's quite a billionaire, but he's really goddamn close and does absolutely nothing useful for any human. You must be Jerimiah, brother Eorzea. Sent word to expect you. It should be my pleasure to instruct you in the patterns of gusts and gales. Now, how to proceed? Pray forgive my hesitation. It was but recently that I attained the title of hero, and well, my first student. Yes. I believe I have a suitable task for you. To the east of Sweet Bloom Pier, there is a small spring, giving rise to a pool. Go there, clear the air for the honeybee swarm, which lately took up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Mayhap you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject of your study? I sympathize, Jeremiah. But trust me, inexperienced though I may seem, this deed will deepen your understanding of wind. You're sending me to shoo bees away, lady. Is it like some Mr. Miyagi shit where you're just trying to see how much I'll do before I tell you fuck off? No, that's not ominous at all. What's up? I'd say, yeah, Forge. He would, Kotick would most definitely get off on anyone who came up with a new way to implement microtransactions, especially ones that don't continue to invite the wary eyes of several governments. Right now, Activision and EA are both in deep shit in Europe over their loot box nonsense. Welcome back. I take it the bees are no more. Tell me, did you happen to notice many of Velkin's preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I ask because there were none. Strange, then, is it not, that the bees would choose to congregate there? And what has caused this aberrant behavior? Still your mind and reach out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wind veers from its natural course, sweeping hapless creatures along in its wake. Something is playing havoc with the air currents. Such a disturbance speaks corruption. Return to the spring near Sweet Bloom Pier and search for pockets of corrupted air. Should you find one, use your powers of conjuring to disperse it. I just came from there, lady. Okay, that northern vulture's dead, but apparently there's something else on my hunting list that's in this area. So I'll come back and kill that later. Oh, that's not ominous at all. Yep. Wind sprites. I am impressed. Oh, good. I do, like, absolute dick for damage to them. Oh, this had better not be some scripted, oh, you were supposed to lose bullshit. Okay, good. The hero showed up to give me some fucking backup after sending me up against shit that I'm way out of my league right now. And she apparently sucks as a healer. The hell was that? Okay, so you want to tell me what the fuck that was, lady? Well done. The wind no longer keens its frustration. Let us return to Full Flower. Again, you want to tell me what the fuck that was? Of course it's gonna make me run back. That's one of these small quality of life things I would like to see a lot more often in MMOs. It's just, don't make me manually run back when you're obviously taking me back for another short cutscene. I must apologize for exposing you to such danger. The corruption was greater than I anticipated, but it is through such trials that we flourish as conjurers. Now then, Jerimiah, what did you learn as you struggled with the air's grasp? You will doubtless have noticed that the wind does not strike with instant crushing force of earth. Instead, it torments one's form, dancing across every surface and leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. These are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with wind's capacity for patient destruction. No land is stranger to its power. When you stand under distant skies and feel the wind's familiar caress upon your skin, remember the lessons you have learned here this day. I suppose I should be grateful that this latest elemental disturbance manifested itself at such an opportune time. Only the gods know what I would have taught you had it not. Yet the growing frequency of such phenomena begins to concern me. While it's true that the calamity has wrought much harm upon the Trollswood, I suspect some other forces at work here. I bid you remain wary, Jeremiah. But enough of these ominous rumblings. I regret to say your time with me is at an end. Return to Stillgrade Fane and inform Brother Izumi of your newfound mastery. Oh, and be sure to thank him for sending me such a willing first student. Alright, and we are going to teleport back, because I am not running my ass back there. Not sure if just load times, if it's the server, or if it's my connection. The wonderful roulette of MMOs. Where is the fault? Yeah, of course, Boris, the fault is with Comcast lately. They're Comcast. Not gonna lie, moving from DC to Florida, the biggest thing for me was getting to be the one to call Comcast in DC and tell them to go to hell. Welcome back, Jeremiah. The elementals informed me that you've opened your ears to the voice of wind. That is well. Having made allies of 2 elements, you are well on your way among the path of conjury, though full comprehension of these forces will only come to you in the fullness of time. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely. They made you study wind, Why bother? You don't need wind to heal things, whatever the dreary lessons tell you. Conjury is inextricably bound with nature, Selphie. That dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. Yeah, I just noticed, has that kid got horns? I assume by your presence here that you've once again abandoned your tutors. You must understand, if you persist casting spells without the proper knowledge... I have all the knowledge I need. My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal, and the people she helped were thankful for her art. I'll learn conjuring the same way she did and become just as great a conjurer, you'll see. But I didn't come here to argue with you, Brother Isumi. I wanted to tell you I've discovered how to cast rays. How? What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do. You know not what you do, what you risk. You are meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of the name Conjurer and banish you from our halls. Do I make myself clear? Why must you be so angry with me? It's not as if I were trying to hurt anyone. But, Selphie, my dear child, that is precisely the point. My apologies, Jeremiah. I hope you do not find these constant disruptions distracting. As you've just heard, Selphie's mother was also a conjurer who was unable to use any spells outside of the sphere of healing. It's to say, Selphie seeks to emulate her in every way. It's a rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all that we know of the art, it should not be possible for Selphie to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. I fear my inability to set her upon the true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I'm only glad those same failings haven't hindered you. Whether it be with my help or in spite of it, I believe you will become a fine conjurer. Already you are blessed with great power, and more shall be yours should you persevere in our art, as indeed I hope you shall. Yet, however much you may grow, however powerful you become, remember that ours is a power borrowed, not taken. Before you depart, I would speak to you one further matter. Thus far, you have completed 3 tasks to my satisfaction. I would officially recognize your efforts by granting you leave to join the other guilds. Gridania is home to guilds representing lancers, archers, leatherworkers, carpenters, and botanists. Should any of these paths appeal to you, you are free to seek membership at the associated establishment. I but ask that you bear one thing in mind. While man is given to curiosity and wants to explore new paths, only through focus may he attain true enlightenment. Naturally, it would please me most if you place conjury above other pursuits. Regardless of the path you choose, however, I have every confidence that your deeds will be to the honor of all concerned. Now go, Jerimiah, and seek your destiny. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall, and the wind guide your path. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking with the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up, but the most rewarding experience, however, is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Okay, see, I get a new wand, and let's see, I get some new gear. I gotta pick one, damn. Well, I'd like some actual boots that say sandal things, so I'll take that. Leveled up, gear sets are not available. Okay, and what level do I need to be to take the next? Okay, okay, I'll be able to take on next job quest fairly soon. Alright, let's get our new gear equipped. Oh, good. We finally have a two-handed staff. All right, folks. This is where we're going to call it for tonight. Just some housekeeping before we head out. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. will be a return to Final Fantasy XII. where we are slowly but steadily figuring out that it is indeed Star Wars with abs. Tuesday at 8 p.m. as a special, we'll be streaming Shadowrun Returns in tribute to our resident Doctor Healer, well, most of the time healer, Doc Wolverine. I hope you'll join us. Wednesday, we'll be returning to Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood with Nines, and hopefully we'll not have a repeat of last week's incident. And then Friday, we'll be heading back to Ferelden with Dragon Age Origins. If you look below the video here, there's links to our Patreon, links to the Inferno Gaming Discord server, and link to our PayPal. If you mind tipping your DM, it'd be great. It's not, you don't have to. I don't do this to make money. I do this because it's fun to do. But it would help with some of the heavy lifting of buying equipment, games to stream, books to review, and when cons resume, being able to resume the charity games that have become quite well liked at a lot of cons. Regardless, folks, I hope you join us again tomorrow night. In the meantime, be safe, and for God's sake, if you get offered a vaccination, take the shot. I'll see y'all later. Good night.